I'm here with Malik, one of the members from the coldest rap groups from the 90s called Illegal. Malik, thank you so much for joining me in the car, going where you're going.
Right, right. Thank you for having me.
You're welcome. So, Malik, I watched a video with Dallas Austin where he said Left Eye dropped you and Jamal off with him at the studio. He signed y'all after hearing your raps when you were around 11 and 12.
Hmm.
How did you meet Left Eye that led you to the deal of a lifetime? And where the heck were your parents?
Well, I first got discovered by Treach and Naughty by Nature in Colombia. They had a concert, and I went out there, and I taught myself backstage, and I met them, and they flew me to Jersey like 2 weeks later. And while I was there, Treach did a remix with Jodeci for "Come and Talk to Me," and T-Boz was there. She was dating Mr. Dalvin, and we just got cool. And she flew me back to Atlanta for "Hat to the Back" video. And Jamal was with Lisa. She was like adopting him and trying to like give him a better life and everything. So he was with her and I was with Tion. So we just kind of hooked up like that.
Okay. Now, Dallas Austin also said y'all were some bad kids, but the most talented rappers that he had ever heard who were
Yeah.
out rapping the adults, but you were
Mhm.
also signed to Arista Young. Um,
Mhm.
and then you got an award for I Gets Busy. So tell
Billboard,
me, like, I'm sorry.
Billboard Award.
I'm sorry.
You said the Billboard Award, right?
Yes, yes, yes.
Mhm.
So, were you writing your own rhymes at that age?
Yes, yes, we were. Me and
That's
Jamal, we were
great.
right on.
Y'all were super talented. So, you work with Warren G, who often used funk and hip hop. What about the "We Want Your Hands in the Air" made you say, I bet this would be fire if I hopped on this track?
Yeah, Warren had the track, and that hook came to me from Heartbeat, that song Heartbeat.
Hmm.
Yeah, it's a song, an old school song. I kind of liked it, so I just kind of changed it around a little bit, and we did it for the Lady Professor soundtrack.
Okay. And you
Yeah.
live with Suge Knight, who was one of the most ruthless in the industry until Puffy. What was that like?
Briefly, I mean, I stayed with Dre in Calabasas for the most part. I was Snoop in the Dog Pound back and forth, but with Dre, with Suge, I think we was doing some business in Westwood down the street from the office, and he had condos down the street from their office. So I stayed there for a little bit. I mean, it was cool. Like we never got no arguments. And nothing. I think one argument we got into, I think Chili was out there. Rosanda Chili, she was out there, and she came to see Suge or whatever, and he just got this car. Just got some Ferrari or something. He went to drive it out, and he didn't tell her where he was going, or he left or something. And I didn't know. So when I got back, she asked me where he was, and I told her, and he was like, "Why you telling that?" I'm like, "Man, I knew Rosanna before I even knew you." Like, you know what I'm saying? Like, she told me you want me to tell her. That's like the only argument we ever had I can remember.
Lord. Now, do you think, like you said, Treach discovered you, but do you think you were exposed too fast in the industry that if
Mhm.
you had proper mentorship, that would have changed things in the beginning for you, especially with the group?
But yeah, I just told my partner that tonight. I just told my partner that talking. I told him that too. I think so. Um, you know, like we really was just kind of. It was a gift and a curse, kind of
Mhm.
like my people they didn't want to go, and because they're from the country, you know what I mean, they kind of country. So
Right.
all that was new to them. That too much for me. My sister, she moved. I got my first apartment. I was like 13
Hmm.
on Roswell Road, and my sister came out there for a little bit. She was like, she left. She was like, it's too much. She left, so I was back by myself. But they didn't hold us back. They let us go. So that was the good part about it. But so a lot of stuff just came with it. It probably wouldn't have became if we had like parents there or some type of real supervision. You know what I mean? That really
Right.
was looking out for our best interests in the future. You know what I mean?
I'm telling
I
you.
just feel like yeah. Yeah,
Now,
and it's just with me and Jamal, it's kind of like we just kind of like two different people, totally. Like he's like left, and I'm like right, or vice versa, however you want to put it. But so really, that just that came with growth. It's like right now, we cool, we do what we have to do, but too much of us is an overkill. Like we were like
mm,
it's too much. That's just how it is. Like bro, cause you be around each other too much, and you just get aggravated with each other, and so something gonna pop off. It's just the reality of the situation.
that's everybody. That's when your
Yeah.
social. Yeah, we got social batteries now. So when that social battery is already low, we're not gonna deal with nobody that already kind of get us to that point. So I feel you on that.
Hmm. Right.
Now, and I think you kind of already answered this question, but and I don't mean for this to be taken out of context, but it seemed like
Mhm.
you all wanted solo deals when you were kids. Like that's the first thing you were like, I want a solo deal. So did it ever feel
Right.
like you were a unit when you became a group?
Well, I started solo. Like I was kind of by myself. You know what I mean? Like when I met Treach, I went to the concert by myself. So like everybody, my mom went somewhere, my brother, sisters, everybody went somewhere. They just dropped me off at the concert. So I was by myself. And then Treach wanted me to rap in a group with his cousin, his nephew named Malik. And he was young. He was a little younger than me. They used to call him Malik number two, and Malik more than two. But I didn't want to do it. You know what I mean? And then Treach wanted to write our songs too. I was supposed to be on that "Hey Mr. DJ" song, and Treasure wrote that rap, but they let Fam do it. So I was kind of solo. They didn't push it on me too much. But then when I went to Atlanta and met Jamal, Tion, and them, and did the group thing, Nordy was kind of like, but everybody got over it. But yeah, I just started by Kris Kross being so big at that time, and one being dark skin and one being light skin. I thought it would be good for us to just, come out and be the kind of opposite of them, you know what I mean, and write our own songs and stuff like that. And it'd be big just because we were like the opposite of them. And it was just the biggest group at that time. So that was my whole thing about teaming up with Jamal. And then he hold his own, like I came up with the hooks and he would write his rhymes. I mean, it was
So
that's
y'all
it.
fed off each other.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
You fed off each other.
Yes.
Now I'm glad you brought that up about Kris Kross. Why y'all do them like that? Why y'all bully them like that?
No, no, it wasn't that. The crazy part is like we really liked Kris Kross. Like I mean, still like we really like Kris Kross. Like rest in peace to Kris. Um, that's the coldest part about it. Lisa used to take us over there because she used to go to Jermaine's house and stuff. But they would act kind of like Russell Simmons always on the phone. The light skin would always get on the phone, right? Like he was on the phone
Right.
to avoid having that like eye to eye contact and talk to you.
Uh,
Dark skin would talk to you sometime, but they just kind of was, me and Jamal didn't understand it. You know what I mean? Like it would be sometimes it'd be cool, sometimes it'd be kind of,
mm,
standoffish. You know what I mean? So, and but the thing about that was, ABC wasn't a rap group. Another Bad Creation was Dallas produced ABC, and Dallas' cousin GA General Austin, he was the only one in the group that kind of rapped. And Jermaine dissed him and jumped. Don't try to compare us to another bad little fad, and it kind of shut them down a little bit. And they were like singers, you know what I mean? And she was like, that wasn't right, you know what I mean? So that was one of the reasons. And then they didn't write their own rhymes. There was another reason, and they were the biggest thing popping. So I mean, if you go come at somebody, you come at the biggest thing popping, right?
right, right, right,
Yeah,
right.
yeah. That was the whole scheme behind that. Yeah.
Now, since you come from the era of Tupac and Big as a teen
Mhm.
getting into the industry, how did their deaths affect you psychologically, or were you not even aware of the magnitude of what was going on with them?
Yes, I was because I just did a record with Pac. Like he was living. And we did this song called "There You Go,"
Mm-hmm.
and it leaked on YouTube. But we just saw him, and I think Snoop was in that studio doing Dogfather, I think, and I was there with him, and Sugar just got him all Rolls Royces, and shit. And Pop was like, "You come on, let's drive to Vegas," and I knew Rolls Royces, and Snoop was like, he wasn't really feeling it. He was like, "No, he just didn't feel it. He just didn't go." And I was sitting right there beside him. So when that happened, I was like, "Man, it's crazy." You know what I mean? Snoop would probably be right back in the car with him somewhere. But we talked that happened. Like I said, he wanted Snoopy to go with him. They all drive the cars out there and he could go. But I knew both of them. You know what I mean? Like I did Teen Something with Big. Illegal, we did Teen Something with Big, and we'd always see Big because Bad Boy Ariston and Rowdy Ariston. We had the
Right.
same parent lady, and so and I think I met Pop with Treach. Treach was doing Juice. I met Pop. Treach was in Juice, movie Juice, and Treach brought him to the block. And I met him, and then I would always see him at Death Row. Interscope was right across the street from Death Row. He was already on Interscope, so I could never really get him to come to Death Row because he was like, I'm already on the parent label. Why would I step down? Until all the madness happened, and Suge was the one that rescued him, so he could have been, premeditated, but it haven't. He got him, But I just thought it could have been prevented, man. At some point, it could have just been like, because they were cool. You know, it's time. You know, time. He slept on Pac couch for real. Like, you know, he was kind of under him, but you know, when stuff like that's happening to you, you don't know exactly where it's coming from. You know,
Right.
you know, you don't know the trust. You know what I mean? But it was bigger than them. And I later on, and other people later on, found that out. But it was bigger than them. They couldn't stop it, but they didn't do it. You know what I mean? But you know, like I said, in the heat of the moment, and stuff's going on, and you see these people around, you don't know who to think, who's what. You know what I mean? So that's what Pac went off, and you just couldn't really tell them no different. You know what I mean? That's what it was. I mean, wrong place at the wrong time, I guess, for him. You know,
Right. That was
and, uh,
scary, I'm sure.
yeah,
Now,
yeah, it's crazy.
it's
You
like
know,
you
but
just,
what we say?
well, no, what were you saying?
No, I mean, I just think I just think Biggie should have never went out to LA on a promotional tour, on no type of tour at that time. I just think that wasn't I would have never did it or asked him to do it, you know. You know, so that's what led to that. You know what I mean? Because Pac had just died, I think that, right?
Right, right.
So those people had, that was a bad. That was a yeah. It was just, I mean, the two Geminis, the two great artists, man. It's just sad.
Yeah, it was a terrible loss to the hip hop community too.
Hmm.
Now, you recently, well, within the last few years, you re-released There You Go. Did the record get shelved with you and Tupac and the Outlaws? And is that the reason it took so long, or almost 3 decades, to put it back out?
No, because I want to release it for real, like this, like now. You know what I'm saying? So I talked to my partner Grip. He's like, we ready to do like on a mixtape or just kind of give it away or whatever. But when I had the publishing company reach out to the Tupac estate to get it cleared, he hadn't
Mhm.
turned it into them, so they didn't really know anything about it. So it wasn't anything stopping it. Just kind of go about it the right way, so it's no legal action towards us when it comes out. You know what I'm saying? But
Right.
if we were to do that, it couldn't be too much because they had no. He never turned it into them. You know what I mean? So it's not like they have it. It's kind of just in a vote somewhere. Somebody leaked it. I don't know who did it, but somebody leaked it on YouTube.
Wow.
Hmm. Yeah.
Crazy work. What are you working on now?
Well, we finished the illegal album. I'm doing my EP, my solo EP is called King Solomon. I have Bone Crusher on it so far. I worked with Nails from Aftermath. I reached out to Scott Storch, and I'm just gonna put it together, man, and put the EP together and bring it out and make it do what it do.
Okay, I can dig it. I'm just happy that you're still doing what you're doing. You so
Thank you.
mad talented, like from
Thank you.
the womb, I guess.
Mhm. Yeah, thank you.
You're welcome. So
Mhm.
can you tell viewers where they can download your music and follow you?
Yeah, I think it's on all streaming platforms, but I know it's on Spotify and it should be on Apple. The new illegal single is called "Bring It On Back" featuring Treach. My Instagram is the real Mr. Malik. And the legal Instagram is it's illegal. Yes, it's illegal. But you can look it up and get me there. You know what I mean? And follow me and find out whatever you need to know.
I just have this one more follow-up question to, like you said, you just put out a record with Treach. How was it linking back up with him again and start beginning what you started or finishing what you started?
What's crazy is that like I said at the beginning, like because they wanted me to be in a group with Malik, his nephew. You know what I mean? And
Right.
I kind of wanted to be solo. So me and Jamal did the group. They were like, but Jamal actually was the one to go and get Treach. I mean, like Jamal stays in touch and talks to some of everybody. Jamal reach out and touch. I mean, you'd be surprised. And that's one thing he got. You know what I mean? I told him we should do a podcast called Malloy G. Marley's called. He just called people all through the day. You know what I'm saying? Like just for nothing. But one day we had his girlfriend's house, and he come and he said, Treach on the phone. I'm like, yo, I'm just waking up, like, yo, yeah. So, he had him on the phone, we talked, so we just put it together, But Treach, the beat was real fast. Treach is known for the fast rhyming, you know what I mean? So everybody got in, everybody did their thing. It's really dope. It's a dope song.
And here we are. So thank you so much, Mr. Malik. I'm going to follow you on social media. Hit me
Thank
back.
you.
Surprise, you gotta leave your feet, but you ain't hitting no cut because it's going to rain. You can't even bust a nut. Better yet, a great respect to go for the grip, total chaos, total hardcore, strictly for making